Today I'm going to be talking about light work in terms of being power hungry. So, some of the ways in which I bring in the sense of being filled with light in order to expand and share um, seem to be totally the opposite of what I might do when I'm looking to receive and take in. So, some of the ways in which to show me that I'm hungry for power, like starving for energy, is I feel forced to defend my intentions. Second is I don't feel control over what goes into my body or my income. Income means like what's coming in. It doesn't have to be just money, but like network, new friends, hobbies, opportunities, luxuries. Then when I'm mistaking value, effort, or worth, because I want security and agency. So I think there's value somewhere, or it's worth making effort, and I'll kind of reinforce it to myself by saying, well, that will give me security, that will give me agency. Then I don't feel I could say no or have autonomy over how I spend my resources. I might find myself or make choices that affect me. So I might find myself feeling like I have no efficacy, like nothing I do makes a difference, or I can't tell someone no because I'm going to end up with the inner guilt and doubts, so I end up doing things and then resenting them even though it had nothing to do with them. Or even how I spend my resources, like I'm forced to spend my time on this even though I don't want to. I want to do something else. And so that's kind of when I realized that I'm hungry for energy. And I would say that this comes from sensitivity. I find that there's no one to condemn. I'm going to talk specifically about some doctors, and this is like healers. And originally doctors were healers because they could just look at you with love, be the healing presence, figure out where you're holding this tension in your body, figure out where the immune system is vulnerable and not defending itself. And so doctors will often, we put them in the role of the one who finds the weakness where there isn't power, where there isn't the natural healing, where there isn't the natural power. So in other words, where there's not enough sensitivity to maybe a foreign, something foreign is coming in and the immune system is overreacting, there isn't enough sensitivity, mastery. If there's endocrine imbalance, there's not enough sensitivity to what actually is being needed. So in other words, like or you could say the other side of that is too much sensitivity. It's reacting too much to things and it's not actually bouncing back. So either way, punishing sensitivity, either too much or too little, is what happens when we are in like a power hunger. We want like that big power, like I'm in control, I am the hero, versus the one that's sort of like just casually exists and is empowered by existing. So I realize when I'm not able to just be, I might start going to the doctors. I might, start looking for healers. I might look for what's wrong. There's something wrong. And so we might go to doctors and hope that they will help our sensitivity. But I have not had the best experiences with a lot of doctors, which I'll share. And this is because when I'm power hungry, am going to be seeing a doctor who's also power hungry. So in other words, they're going to look for ways, absentmindedly, the way I do, to be the controller, the solver, the chooser, and the source of the desirable outcome, but doesn't have the elevated intentions like the true source, the true desired coming, which is pure healing, safety, comfort. So it's like the sense of you're going to need medications, which will have side effects, and you're going to need surgery, and you're going to need all these different treatments and therapies. And so doctors, in a way, sort of don't align us always back. And we have to be very careful about which doctors we go to, depending on our intentions. So if we're going for like maintenance, that's one thing. But if we're going out of impulse, we're going to healers, we're going to people out of impulse, that's when we're most vulnerable. Solve my problem for me, make me healthy, figure it out. And I've had some very negative experiences, and remembering them is even difficult. I had a doctor who was supposed to be a podiatrist, but I found him working when I was a child on my inner thighs, doing something very inappropriate. When I asked my mother about it, she said, oh, there was some pool we used to go to that had warts go on the foot, and that's what happened to my inner thigh. But that doesn't make any sense, really. That's what the doctor might have told her. Then I had a therapist when I was about 11 or 12, because I was in a very religious school and I was a bit rebellious, and they sent me, there must be something wrong with her, And so they sent me to a therapist, but she had a colleague, a very big man, and he made me very uncomfortable. I can remember him feeling very big next to me, and I was waiting all alone, very small, and he would feel, he would try to give me advice. He would try to be telling me what I should be doing, even though he wasn't my therapist, and it was totally out of line. And he just recognized there's someone here who's feeling doubt and guilt, and I'm the one who doesn't feel the doubt and guilt. And then I had a doctor who, when I was very little, a pediatrician, who liked to force me to be compliant. So in various ways, even if my parents weren't in the room, he was very, very overbearing and dominating with my body physically, holding me and using my body in certain positions that were really, really demeaning for a human, and I can remember, so it's still me. Another doctor, now this is a little more sensitive, but gynecologists have a huge responsibility, and unfortunately, a lot of the males do not have the required sensitivity. First of all, I had a gynecologist who humiliated my lack of confidence. He just, I didn't know what I was doing, kind of. I wasn't yet aware of how it should be, and he made me feel really, really embarrassed. And he also kind of degraded me because I didn't know how things should go. And he kind of took advantage a little and sort of acted like a big shot about it. And that was totally the wrong energy to have when I was feeling vulnerable. I was worried I had an STD. And then I had, most recently, a gynecologist who wanted to hurt me where it was already hurt. And I recognized he was a little bit like a predator because he asked in his original meeting with me all the things that had been wrong in my life that had nothing to do with things here, but he was acting like it was a questionnaire, and I answered some of them within reason. Now, I had gone there because of a routine visit, but I also had been having some fears. And so when I was with him, bringing my fears to this man I barely knew, who I was supposed to allow to be entering and doing work in some of my most vulnerable places, it felt like this person was looking for vulnerabilities. He asked a lot of questions, and then in the time I was with him, I couldn't avoid it. Both sessions, I felt he kept saying sorry as he's, kind of violating the sense of trust. He tells me, trust me, we're a team. But then as he's working, he's going too far. He's not. He's causing pain, and he's actually doing things that he wasn't supposed to do. So in that way, I recognized, and he didn't even sort of have a good, I would just call it the bedside manner. He didn't even have enough bedside manner to have a conversation about it after. So if he violated a boundary, he should have been able to talk about it. So you can see that by going to, and we're still all living in this, by going to from a power-hungry place, what we're going to attract is a power-hungry energy. And it's going to be somebody who could exploit vulnerabilities, somebody who could hurt us for that. And so now I'm going to talk about the light work that makes me feel like I'm filled with light. And these are ways where I get spiritual, emotional healing and also physical healing. First of all, I would say just talking, teaching, learning with others, being open to information. Some words that we speak can give us life. Some can take away our vitality. Learning and reading. So seeing new ways of the world, learning from cultures, getting to know new people, and learning how there's different threats in different groups that cause them to have a different ideology. There's different inherited sort of taboo topics in certain groups, and you see why certain things are considered rude, and just really learning about the unity in all people. And music really is healing and letting it flow through me, but also sometimes not feeling like just, the pressure if someone puts on the music, I'm supposed to dance for them, like to show them I appreciate, but rather making it a private, personal experience, this vibration. Meditations, all different kinds, breathing meditations, seated silent meditation, slowly moving meditation, visualization meditations, even meditations where I might use some words like the tapping, there's tapping meditation. So even those while I say certain things, meditations that even are something like a hug meditation, like just really fully feeling held, dance meditation, yoga meditation, and even focusing on certain words or making connections with ideas and then going back over and over and over to them. I would say Psalms, Tehillim, but like prayer and writing a letter every day to my highest self, to the Creator, connecting in a new way, and exercise. So physical exercise, but also exercises where, I'm focusing on gratitude. I'll do a practice of gratitude or exercise where I focus on, for example, journaling on a specific topic in order to release old beliefs to come up with new ones, or confessions. Like these are practices that bring more light in, and I'm radiating enough, and it's feeling like healing energy, and it feels like the inner body tells me you need to rest more, or you need to get more sunshine, or you need to open your heart and use the strap and go. It's like very subtle. It's kind of like the soft sensitivity voice is going to tell me where I need the healing, instead of going to like the brute force healer who wants to like take away the problem, but then is sort of trained only to look for problems. And now I'm going to finish with a poem. Is This Love? And this is kind of like with me and myself, or me with another, or me with various people, all different types of love that, these are all ways of how the heart opens and expands. The heart has radiating energy, which is healing. Just being in the space with open-hearted people, people will self-report subjectively, but also you could measure these things when people are in open-hearted states. Like I mentioned some of my practices, but also like opening our heart will allow for the true healing to come. So this is an example of how these are all ways to open the heart, even if some of them may feel like we don't want them. But these inform our body of what's right, what's wrong for us. And it's just kind of feelings passing through. And sensitivity comes from being, a true sensitivity comes from being open and receptive to the real feelings and all the different flavors of love. Gut love, sick and tired love, goosebumps tingly love, ancestral love, surrounded by invisible blue love. When does this end, love? Why are you hurting me, love? I'd rather eat than talk, love. Melting into bed, love. Crying from my spleen, love. A broken hallelujah, love. Bleeding lip, love. Afraid of my vitality, love. Home in the moment, love. Lonely, love. Walking with a headache, love. Scooped into a willow tree, love. Printing photos at Walgreens, love. Making bookmarks together, love. I hate you, love. Too hot, love. Cold, neglecting, love. Forgiveness, love. Musical freedom, love. Forgetting forever, love. Confusing clarity, love. Pretending to be whole, love. Can you see me now, love? Can you feel me now, love? Sacrificing and settling, love. Standing on your shoulders, love. Rage, love. Sweet face-holding, love. Walking down Fifth Avenue, love. Hug demanding, love. Screaming in the streets, love. Hiding possessions, love. It feels like too much love and not enough love. 6 feet apart, love. More gray hairs, love. I'm in so much pain, love. I miss being a child, love. Dancing close in the playground, love. Warm and cozy, love. Cooking together in a shit kitchen, love. Different religions, love. Different races, love. Choking, love. Unworthiness, love. Princess, love. The divine urge, love. Is it time yet, love? Anxious and avoidant, love. Bouncing, love. Idiot, foolish, love. Can't I do better, love? You're insane, love. Stop bringing up the past, love. Stop threatening me, love. Stop judging me, love. Stop blaming me, love. I do it to God already, love. Can't we relax, love? Lots of snacks, love. 4 a.m. gas station run, love. Biking, summer, sweating, love. Fighting, love. It's all love. Have a sensitive day where you fill up with light and release all hunger for power. And open to all flavors of love.